everyone, my name is Kim Yumin and I'm from Indonesia. My first major is DIS and EICC is my second major. So today I'm going to present about game theory, specifically with a topic of confessing your love to your best friend or your crush. So here we go. So have you ever fallen in love with someone close to you, let's say your friend or even your best friend? Okay, maybe love is such a strong word, and let's change it with liking or having an interest on them. I'm pretty sure most of us have had experienced it. Imagine you are in that situation and you have dilemma whether to confess to them or not. And this is when the game theory came in handy. Game theory is the study of modeling the strategic interaction between two or more players in a situation with set of rules and then outcomes. It can be used in many areas like psychology, war, politics, economy, and everyday lives. It also helps you decide on the best course action following the opponent's choice. So here we are going to use it for the situation I mentioned earlier, which is whether to confess to your best friend or not. So there's gonna be two players, you and then your crush or your best friend, and the actions are whether to confess or stay silent and then remain friends. This led to four possible scenarios as shown in the picture. Scenario 1, you say I like you, and they say I like you back. Technically, it's a win-win situation. You and your crush or your best friends can be together as a lover, which is great. And scenario 2, you confess and then they stay silent because they don't feel the same. And this leads to awkwardness and might ruin the friendship. You feel sad and then they also feel guilty because they just rejected you. Everything might not be the same after this uncomfortable moment, and you might end up losing them as your best friend, which is bad. And scenario 3, you decided not to confess because you realize if the relationship becomes romantic, there's a possibility it's not going to last. At the end, you might lose them as a best friend. But it turns out they like you and then they confess to you. This leads to the same situation as scenario 2. And last but not least, scenario 4, both of you decided to stay silent and remain as friends. There won't be any awkward moments and you feel safe regardless of the decisions of your best friends. And the last scenario is the dominant strategy because it leads to minimal loss, therefore we should go with it. Even though scenario 1 would be the best possible outcome, scenario 4 would be the most logical, and it's what game theory is all about, which is choosing the most logical decisions, and it's not necessarily came out with the best possible outcomes. So in conclusion, if you ever end up in such situation, which is you've been really good friends and then you've been best friends for a long time, and one day you just realize you've developed feelings for them. Your emotions, of course, play a role in your decisions, and it tends to affect our rationality. Therefore, solving it with game theory would be the best solutions. Not only it's fun, you can also get the most logical result in case you don't want to let your feelings get in the way because it might hurting you in the end, or you might end up with much bigger loss. So that's all from me, and thank you so much for listening and have a good day.